we are going to learn today new topic. The new topic is differentiability, which you have already learned in class 11. Okay, so let's revise the definition. Let y equal to f of x be a real valued function and c be any point in its domain. Let h be any small number. Then the derivative of f at c is defined by f dash of c is equal to limit as h tends to 0 f of c plus h minus f of c by h. Okay, the right hand derivative of a function f at c is denoted by r f dash of c and is defined as like this. Okay, similarly the left hand derivative of function is denoted by l f dash of c and is denoted by l f dash of c is equal to limit as h tends to 0. Now here there will be a small change, children, because it is coming from your left side. This will become minus h. Okay, you can see here. Now when will your function be differentiable? Your function will be differentiable if both left limit and right limit exist and they both are same. Okay, now you have to find what do you mean by derivative of a function closed interval ab. Before that, you should see what do you mean by derivative of function on open interval ab. So here we have written a function y equal to f of x is differentiable on an open interval if it has a derivative at each point. That means between all points of open interval ab, it should be it should be having differentiable. Similarly, it is continuous it is differentiable on closed interval ab if it is differentiable on open interval ab also at the end point, that is a, and end point at b. That means a, it should be a plus, that means limit as h tends to 0 f of a plus h minus f of a by h, and here it should be limit as h tends to 0 f of, instead of a plus it will be minus of h. They both should exist. Now last year you have also studied how to notate it, right? How to give notation for it. That y equal to f of x be a real function, then the derivative is f dash of x or d by dx of f dash, d by dx of f of x, that is f dash. If you call it as y, it will be dy by dx, or it will be y dash, or it will be y1. Okay, you also learned some standard derivatives, right? If u and b are differentiable, then just go through this. K is a constant here, right? uv derivative is u dash v plus v dash, u dash v plus v dash u. Okay, and u by v is nothing but v u dash minus u v dash upon v square. Along with it you have some formulas. Okay, let us study the relation between differentiability and continuity. It says that if a function has a derivative at x equal to c, then f is continuous at x equal to c. That means differentiable functions are continuous. So I have applied the definition. F has a derivative at x equal to c. That means f dash of c is limit as h tends to 0 f of c plus h minus f of c by h. Alright. Now consider f of c plus h. F of c plus h can be written as f of c plus f of c plus h minus f of c, because if it will get cancelled, you will get f of c plus h back. Now you apply limit on all the sides. Okay, how do I apply the limit? Just see. I'm going to write here limit f of c plus h. I'm going to apply limit. Before that, I'm going to put an adjustment here. I'm going to put here h and h. Okay, h and h. Now apply limit. So this f of c plus h, limit as h tends to 0 f of c plus this term. Okay, now f of c, there is nothing to do with h, so it will remain this. Now this is nothing but f dash of c by definition, right? And that is into 0. H takes the value 0. So answer is f of c. So limit as h tends to 0 f of c plus h is equal to f of c is nothing but the definition of f continuous at x equal to c. Why? Because children, you have learned that if limit as f is function, if f is continuous at c, then limit as x tends to c, f of x is same as f of c. So if I put x as c plus h, this will be limit as h tends to 0 f of c plus h is equal to f of c plus h is equal to f of c, right? Your x equal to c plus h. So when x becomes c, h becomes to 0. So that means this is again the definition of this. So you have every differentiable function is continuous. Now converse. What is the converse of this theorem, children? The converse of the theorem says, see here it is written, the converse of theorem need not be true. That is, if f is continuous at c, then f need not be differentiable at c. Okay, let us see. So we have a counter example, f of x equal to mod of x. You know that modulus function is a continuous function. It's a v-shaped function, but it is not differentiable, right? Why? Let us see. Now You know that for x less than 0 children, your function f of x is minus x. Yeah. So if I put the value here, how it will be? Limit as h tends to 0, x plus h will be taking minus of x plus h. Okay. Minus of minus x. Okay. So this is h. So minus x, and this will be, limit will be minus 1. Right. So f is differentiable on that. Now when x tends to positive side, this will take the value x. Right. So this will be x plus h minus x. So x and x will get cancelled. You will be left back with h. So limit is 1. So left limit and right limit is not same. When left limit and right limit is not same, your function is not differentiable, because there it was minus 1, here it is 1. But function is continuous, right? Function is continuous. So that's why we have learned differentiable function is continuous, but continuous function may or may not be differentiable. Also, not, if a function is not continuous, then it will not be differentiable also. Okay, now the last thing we are going to learn is nothing but your chain rule. Okay, chain rule. This will be more clear to you children when you will be solving your problems. This will be more. I'll just state it. Okay. Let f be a real valued function which is composite of functions u and v. That's why f is written as v composite u. Okay, let t equal to u of x be some another function. Okay, then how is df by dx defined as? It is defined as dv by dt and dt by dx. Is that clear? That means it is defined through some another function. Okay, so when you will solve the problem children, you will understand it better. One more form is here. If f is a differentiable function which is the composition of g of x and h of x such that f is equal to g composite h, then f of x will be g of h of x. Okay, so it is defined as this g dash of hx into h dash of x. Okay, so this is your chain rule. When we will solve the problems, I'll make you better clear. Okay, thank you children. That's all for today.